Welcome everyone. This is Nikhil Sablania from New Delhi. Today I have with me Mr. Amrit Lal Rawal, and this is a second episode I am doing with him on the heinous crime which has taken place in the Kashmir, the terrorist attack. Welcome to you, sir. Thank you for coming at
Thank you.
short notice. We were talking about this crime which has taken place, and Indian government has taken some steps, and the world is looking at us between India and Pakistan, what's boiling over there. I saw an interview of the Pakistan's defense minister, and now it is an interesting thing that when a foreign journalist asked him that you had been, like, your country is responsible for terrorism, and you were the ground for the preparation, you provided all the things like for the terrorism. His reply is like, we were doing this for USA when USSR was there in Afghanistan, so we did this thing for USA. So what do you think that how USA would reply for this? I mean, he's putting a
You
blame
see,
on USA. It is a clever diplomacy. The world must understand they are the one of the most clever and truest people in the world. What do you think about this?
actually, I'm not surprised if he has said that he was doing it for USA or Pakistan was doing it for USA. The thing is that USA wants its weapons to be sold everywhere. When USA left Afghanistan, went away from Afghanistan, then they left, thousands of weapons which were very costly. So why did they leave their weapons behind? They were left behind only for use in this region, and India is the only target, which uh, on which these weapons were to be used, and they have been used now, though in a small quantity, and these weapons are going to create a lot of trouble in this region. They should have taken away their weapons. Why did they leave their weapons behind? So it was a mischief on the part of USA to leave its weapons behind. They want their weapons to sell everywhere. They want, trouble everywhere in the whole world. That is why they have their, bases everywhere. Earlier, they had left Bagram base in Afghanistan, but now they have come back to the same base because they say they want to keep a check on China, and it's a very strategic this thing, the strategic base. And they also try to take an island from Sheikh Hasina. So she refused, so she was thrown out. So similarly, Imran Khan was also thrown out at the behest of someone in the USA. He showed a letter, to the public that this letter has come from USA and they are responsible for it. So I mean, I'm not surprised if all this was being done for USA. They need a hot market for their weapons. Their weapons sell and their economy, rises.
But what about the terrorism? They have also faced the terrorism. They have seen 9/11. Terrorist groups are
Yeah,
very
true.
organized over there. And Pakistan,
Yes,
Saudi Arabia's name has also come. Saudi Arabia is one of the financer. But interestingly, Saudi Arabia is also one of the financer, one of the investor in USA, as well as one of the investors, I mean, one of the financer of terrorists. Osama bin Laden was from a Saudi family.
yes.
So,
No,
if India goes for a war, will USA be on the side of India or on the side of Pakistan? What do you
No,
think?
USA will be on the side of its weapons. It wants to sell its weapons wherever, whoever buys them. So I don't think that USA can be trusted anymore. And Russia or USSR has been our traditional friend, and we can bank upon the help of Russia in this hour of crisis. Now, India has suspended the Indus Water Treaty, which was quite unfair to India. 80% of the water was going to Pakistan, and all the rivers they originated from the Himalayan region, and they were flowing through India and then to Pakistan. So India should have used the 20% water which was allowed to it, but they did not use it. 100% water was being used by Pakistan. So this is quite a correct step on the part of the Modi government. So and then all those things, diplomats have been asked to leave and things like that.
There is
And
a, there,
Indian,
there is an interesting fact about Sheikh Hasina, the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh. I mean, you also said like, and people think that it's the involvement of USA in throwing her out of her country. But an interesting fact which world should know that her daughter, her name is Saima Wazed. Now Saima Wazid is the director of WHO. She is the regional director of Southeast Asia WHO. And her son is Sheikh Hasina's son is in USA. So this kind of double game USA is playing like, I mean, or are these just coincidence?
no, they are just coincidence because if the daughter of,
So is it
I mean,
really a coincidence? Sheikh Hasina thrown out of the throne, and then
no, no,
she
no,
has
no, no,
come to
no,
India.
no.
Modi ji has given a refuge, but Modi ji is also very close to USA, and her daughter is a regional director at WHO, and we know appointments at WHO, World Health
No, but
Organization
the thing
cannot take
is,
place.
why has Trump, left WHO? Trump has left WHO. Why?
He has different
And
agenda. He doesn't want to give money to anyone. Like
uh,
he just wanted to
yes,
give
yes.
money to Elon Musk only.
You see, when all these organizations were set up, then America was the major player, major donor to all these organizations. And now Trump is withdrawing from WHO, from Paris Climate Summit, and all other things, which are of use to the poor people. And already, I mean, treatment there is very costly in USA. So therefore, they have to do something for the poor people, and instead of just selling arms and trying to acquire the precious earth of other countries and stationing its troops there, then they should concentrate on the welfare of the people. If they don't concentrate on the welfare of the people, then their goodwill shall be gone.
Coming to India, there are some parallel narratives which are told by the media, some of the media sections, and by the BJP IT cells. Now, there is a post has come from BJP IT cell that terrorists didn't ask for the caste; they asked for the religion. And in response to that, some of the organizations have said that they are saying that Hindus are indeed asking for the caste and for many years, and they are killing in the name of caste. Do you think that is it this is this time is the right time for the BJP cell to post such a thing on the internet?
I have not seen that cell. I have not
That
seen that
I
post.
have seen that. I have seen that.
Okay,
But yeah, I have seen that. It's there. I take my responsibility. You can comment on that.
okay,
I have seen that. Yeah.
okay. So the thing is that they asked only for the religion of the people, and a Christian victim, said that he is a Christian, so he was asked to recite the kalma. So these are very,
So this is
I mean,
this
foolish
is
things.
this is this thing is there. Okay, they might have asked because this is what, as we talked earlier also, that this is their agenda to break, to divide the nation. But now this agenda, the agenda of terrorists, the agenda of Pakistan, BJP IT cell is putting that agenda, and even many TV channels are putting that agenda. Is it immature? Is it like
I think
our people don't have a sense of diplomacy, that why they have done this, but why they did this? So is it the right time for them, or is it accurate? Is it right to put this thing?
no, it's not right. I mean, why should you bring in caste? There is no need for anyone to bring in caste when they asked everyone about their religion and asked them to recite Kalma. They asked a Christian when he could not recite, so he was shot. This is a brutal murder, and these fineries of caste should be avoided. Why do you want to, divide this, uh, divide the victims in caste? No, if they had asked the caste of the people, then what
BJP
would have
should
happened?
BJP should stop its IT cell. I mean, to spread such thing, because don't they have any sense that this they did intentionally to divide the country?
Actually, the BJP cell, I do not know who is running this. There is one Mr. Malviya, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know him. I have not seen him except on TV shows. So therefore, this is not a mature reaction to the terrorist attack.
What about your reaction on Mr. Modi going for a rally, like soon after coming from Saudi Arabia, and in this situation when the whole country is boiling, when there is an international um, confusion and international,
Actually,
should he have
uh,
gone to that Bihar rally? This
that
is like
rally
this is
was
like. Don't you
actually
think this is demoralizing for the Indians?
actually that rally was perhaps it had been pre-planned, announced, so and preparations had been made, and he had to make public announcements also. He talked in
But is
English
it a
also
larger
there
issue?
at
Is
the.
it a larger issue? Is it a large issue?
Yes, he
He
talked in
could he could
English.
postpone that. He went to Pakistan, removing that protocol, like to meet the Nawaz Sharif. Couldn't he
Yes.
couldn't he postpone it at this time?
No, the thing is that he wanted to make a public statement in English also, and he has done that. He was addressing the international media when he said in English those things, which were perhaps not understood by the people there present there. They were
Don't
mostly
you think this is the
people
time that he
from
should be in
Bihar.
Delhi? He should be discussing things with the various army chiefs and with the defense minister. I mean, these people just say that we will do, and they will do some smaller things. So that was our talk in the previous talk also. Like if they will do even something, then this thing will again emerge. So what is his responsibility? He is showing that okay, I am a Modi. I will say, and things will happen. Does things happen like this? Like look at the wars in the previous wars. Churchill visited Stalin when he was preparing for a war, when he was scared of at that war. This is the time, if India is going for a war, this is the time Mr. Modi should be in Delhi discussing all the aspects with the respected personals, or he should be talking to the other like chairman of
Actually,
other countries, but he is busy in
he cuts
Delhi.
out.
I mean, this is so demoralizing for a country.
No, he cut short his visit to Saudi Arabia, and he came back one day before, and right at the airport itself, he had a
So,
meeting with the national security advisor and foreign minister and others. So I think he is on the job,
No, I
and
think
he
he
has
doesn't
also
understand.
to.
He doesn't understand a thing. He gave an interview when he became chief minister of Gujarat. There is an interview of him. He said that the IS officer gave him so many files, or his secretary gave him so many files. He said, "You do it." So this is his attitude. I think since that time, you do it. He leave everything on the personals, and he doesn't involve in the policies. All he involves is like shooting and photography. Don't you think this is his attitude for a long time since he has been the chief minister of Gujarat? He trusts other people. Okay, they
Actually,
are paid for do that thing, but we know in any organization, the head of the organization has to be there everywhere.
he is there. I mean, he came back from Saudi Arabia immediately
How he could
as
be
soon as
there
he
when he's
came to
going
know.
and attending a meeting, attending this uh, rally in the Bihar?
Yes, one rally was cancelled in Kanpur, and then he went to Bihar. So he has to look after everything, you know. I mean,
No, what change he can
uh,
make in Bihar? Can he make it a better place by attending this rally? Can he stop terrorism
no,
by attending
many
this
people
rally?
from Bihar were also killed, you know. Many people from Bihar were affected. They were killed also. So therefore, I
But
don't think there is anything wrong.
as a head of the state, what kind of message goes to the people? Do you think a positive message goes to the people or a negative message?
Actually, he has to console the people. He has to assure the people that action would be taken, and this is exactly what he did. He said that the revenge or whatever will be beyond their imagination. So this is something, you know, which has put Pakistan also into a tension, and they have said that we are revoking the Shimla Agreement. Now, the Shimla Agreement is a very serious agreement. Shimla Agreement says that we shall resolve every matter with the by dialogue and not by war. Now, if this happens that they revoke Shimla Agreement, then it means this is also a declaration of war by Pakistan.
I
Now, first
agree.
of all, you
I
said
agree. I agree with you. But then this escalates the situation. Then he should be there in
yes.
Delhi, or he should be visiting the borders. But he's going for a rally. Now
No, he always goes to the
at
border.
the one hand he is escalating the issue. At the other hand, he is busy with elections. This is the problem with the COVID virus also. When there was COVID virus at peak, they were attending rallies. People were thinking that they would postpone the election. They didn't postpone the election. They were busy in the rallies, and it increased. The COVID increased, and they have their their private propaganda channels. They spread the news that the COVID was spread due to Tablighi Jamaat, but they were participating. They were organizing huge rallies during the COVID time. So this is, don't you think they are also immature? And see,
Actually,
because
I don't know.
Pakistan is prepared. If you watch their TV channels, we know why their army general, actually that was a warning that army general gave in public. We should have taken a proper action at that time. We did not take that. That this sad incident happened, and now when they are prepared for a war. China is with them. We should not forget. And our prime minister is busy with elections.
No, actually, it was only just one rally, and the thing is that he has to look to all the important things which are at his hands. No,
If you were the prime minister, would you be attending a rally at this moment when your neighboring
no, I am
country
not the prime
equipped
minister.
with, if you had been, when your
Okay,
if you were
thank
the prime
you.
minister, when your neighbor is
Uh,
preparing for a war with
uh.
nuclear nukes, do you think you would be going and attending the rallies?
No, actually, I am. I mean, it would have depended upon the situation, but I think that everybody is on the job.
It means he
Every
doesn't
person
have a
today.
sense to it shows that he doesn't have any sense of any situation.
No, no.
This shows
He's,
this shows he
I,
doesn't have any sense.
I have not met him, I have met him only once in
Look at the
1999.
circumstances. Look at the circumstances. He thinks Rajnath Singh will come and his heavy voice, he will give a message. India will be happy. Then the IT cell will say, okay, they killed by asking religion. Then their private machinery, their media machinery will spread that they killed Hindus. Then again, a new narrative is formed between Hindu and Muslim. It will help them in the elections. And there, Pakistan either will be preparing for the war or for the next terrorist attack. And our Prime Minister thinks that everyone will take care. This means he doesn't have sense of the situations at all. Like he never had
No,
sense of
he
the
has.
situation for when he went for demonetization, or when he went for this GST, or when he went for the elections during COVID. He never had any sense. He's a senseless prime minister. And
No,
then
I don't know.
in between, just before the elections, he says, "I never did Hindu Muslim. I never divided the country." For whole life, he did this.
He said it in Banaras also during a boat ride interview to a journalist on boat ride. He said that we have always lived in a colony which was populated by Muslims, and on Eid, they did not cook food at home. The food came, from the neighbors who were Muslims. So, I mean, this is what he said on the TV in an interview. So that was, and he said that I never did Hindu Muslim. Earlier also he said that if I do Hindu Muslim, then
Then he doesn't
I
have
cannot
sense
be
of
in public
what
life.
his party is doing. His party's IT cell is doing. This means he doesn't have any sense. He is just
No, I
enjoying
don't
the
know
position.
whether
He has no sense.
actually
What party is doing, what the
IT
TV
cell.
channels are doing. Can't such TV channels be banned? Can't they be put in the court? Can't his
No, IT cell should behave in a responsible manner. Most of the people who come from, from these organizations, I don't agree with their. There is one Mister, there is a professor, Manijesh Avasthi. I know him for the last 50 years. So
if
I
I
went
ask
to
you
the
who is the Jinnah in India today, if I ask you who is the Jinnah in India today, who is dividing India, what would be your answer
Jinnah of India.
today?
I mean, there are so many Jinnahs in India, not one, there are so many Jinnahs. I mean, you look at the statements of Owaisi. I mean, he answers one question but raises another question, raises at least two questions. During the last 1-2 days, he has, I have listened to his, answers to the questions put by the journalist. He says one thing and then he says that the root cause of the attack should be addressed. Now, what is the root cause? The root cause is that Jinnah wanted Kashmir. He said that Kashmir is in my pocket. If you, as I told you last time also, that Sheikh Abdullah went to meet him, and he was playing billiards, and he says his PN came and said that Sheikh Abdullah has been waiting for a long time, so he's getting restless. So he said that Kashmir is in my pocket. Now this was the attitude. Is Kashmir a thing to be pocketed by someone? Kashmir is a state, and the respected people of Kashmir should be listened to. They have burned the future of Kashmiri children for the last 70 years by imposing 370. 370 was an invasion upon Kashmir, and it has been removed.
But
It was an invasion because
who else is a Jinnah
no,
apart from?
no government,
Do you
just a
think
minute, no,
the leaders of
no
BJP are
government.
playing the role of Jinnah?
I don't know who is playing the role of Jinnah. The thing is that
Aren't they dividing
uh,
country on the religious grounds?
no, they are not dividing the country. They have, in fact, I don't know who has said what. I can answer only for whatever I have said. There was a time, when I always said on the Facebook that we can make Kashmir a prosperous state by visiting there as tourists and as pilgrims. But now the tourists themselves have been attacked. I also, lodged a petition with
But
the
but
Amrit Singh Committee on Higher Education.
there were also attacks outside the Kashmir also, in Mumbai also, in Delhi also. It means
Yes.
that it's not, we are, this is the problem, that we are bringing Kashmir in the issue. But the issue is not Kashmir. Issue is something
Uh,
different. That we talked, that Jinnah wanted to divide the country. He wanted to balkanize this country. And
yes, yes,
Pakistan, there they wanted to, they have this urge of ruling the India. They have this urge to break India, and they are doing. But some of the people here who are still Jinnah, they are dividing it from India. The
yes, they are. I mean, there are
Pakistani
people who
are
are.
putting all their effort, all their money on the defense system. Before us, they had this nuclear system also. They developed nuclear system. They are supplying nuclear systems to other parts of the world. To North Korea, actually they gave the technology of nuclear system. This is what I am talking about. This is my emphasis, is that we are, why we are entering into Kashmir issue or Hindu Muslim issue. Is the Kashmir is the last thing? Don't you think they will, after, if they will go for war, if they will win Kashmir, will they stop there? No, they will not stop there. They
Oh,
will go for
actually,
Himachal, Haryana, Punjab, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat. This is what
see,
I'm
the thing
talking
is
about.
that
This is their
our.
strategy to win the whole India again. They believe in that Mughal thinking.
Yes,
We are rulers of
you are
the
right.
Mughal Empire, and they are
Yes.
putting this thing into their children, in the mind of every Pakistani. Hate against
Sir
India, and
Sayyid
we will.
Ahmad Khan also said.
Yeah,
Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan also said that we have been the rulers and we cannot live together with Kafirs, with Hindus. So Jinnah considered him as his teacher and as his guru. And he's saying the same thing, and Asim Munir has also repeated the same thing, that we
yeah.
are different, we are this
This
and
is
that.
what is my
Now,
my
this is
whole
a
point.
very dangerous philosophy. He is trying to bring back the same thing,
And they will be
and
threat for Afghanistan also, and then Iran. It is not that they will stop with Afghanistan. They will move to Iran also, and Bangladesh also. They still think that,
yes,
and they not only think that Bangladesh is like a Muslim nation, they think that they are superior than the Muslims of Bangladesh. They will not stop
yes,
there.
yes, yes. They always thought that. When Mujibur Rahman won the majority in Pakistani United Pakistan Parliament, then he said that Bengalis cannot rule over us. We are Pathans. We are this and that. So if you have democracy, then you give the prime ministership to the person who has got maximum number of seats. So it is Bhutto, who his ambition was to become the prime minister, and he stopped. And it is because of his ambition that Pakistan was divided. Otherwise, if Mr. Mujibur Rahman had been the prime minister, then everything would have been all right, democratic.
And one thing we are not understanding, and the world is not understanding, that Pakistan is not a normal nation. It is a military
Yes,
nation,
you are right.
created especially for the military service. Now they were providing
Yes,
military service to Britain, to America, and that's why the nation is poor, technically backward, economically backward. But it doesn't matter to them, because it is created for a very special military operations
yes,
to
yes.
provide.
Jinnah told
That is why it is
then
very dangerous nation.
yes, yes. Where Jinnah told the then Viceroy, that you give me a corner and I will do jihad from there. So it is this jihad which he has been doing immediately after winning independence. He attacked Kashmir just 1 month after that, and then he grabbed 1/3 of Kashmir, and this is the bone of contention now. Now, the thing is that if you don't believe in democracy, if you don't believe in your own words, your own promises, then how can you ask others to be true to the agreements, which have been signed? India has, suffered tremendously. There was drought in Rajasthan, there was drought in Jammu and Kashmir, and also Punjab and Haryana. But we allowed 20% of our share to go to Pakistan, and they could not, even grow grains for themselves. The land of Pakistan is very rich. It's very, fertile, and anything can grow there without much effort, but they cannot, grow their grow arms, grow grains for themselves. They only make arms and export them,
They created
export to the terrorists.
they created Pakistan in the name of a religion, but the reality of Pakistan is that only few families own most of the land in Pakistan.
Yes,
It has
yes,
remained a feudal state now. It practices
yes,
untouchability. It practices the feudalistic system. People,
yes,
laborers are beaten over there for small things by the
yes,
feudals.
yes,
Either they are Muslims, even the labor
yes.
are Muslims, and the feudal lords are still there, like landowners. They beat them for small mistakes. And most of these people who are sitting in the government of Pakistan, they have good bungalows outside in Britain, in America, in
Yes,
Australia.
you are right.
Big businesses they have, and the actual people are suffering. They are suffering, even they
Yes,
don't have proper food to eat. And
yes, yes. You are right.
the problem is that they are you militarily they are very
Yes,
advanced. They have nuclear bombs, and they are not only dangerous for India but for at least for South Asia. This,
yes.
I think, we are not taking seriously because we would be their first target.
We are their only target, in fact.
We are not
We
just
are
their
their
target.
only target.
Afghanistan is their target also. They might move to Iran also, and if they have this strategy. See, they are we don't understand one thing. World don't understand. America is working on tariff. China is working on manufacturing. India is working on its infrastructure. But Pakistan, for all these years, is working on military strategy, and military strategy.
Military, yes. Yes. It has
That
been
is what
building its military
only military
infrastructure.
strategy, military
Yes,
infrastructure,
and it
and
wants to.
this thing won't stop only in just in Asia, just in South Asia. They will move ahead, move to America. They will move to
They used to provide
Europe
security
also.
to Saudi Arabia also.
Yeah,
Saudi Arabian, family, royal family was protected by the military unit of Pakistan. So they have offered their services. They,
because they are funding terrorism. Arabia is funding them.
yes.
Saudi is funding them.
Uh, yes. So the thing is that if Pakistan does not see sense, then I mean, one a person is the chief of army staff and he's making such comments in a public meeting, then this is not like uh, a disciplined army officer. An army officer should not make such comments. This is for the politicians to say whatever they want to say.
No,
And
this
there
is a
was another
declaration. This is
meeting.
not a comment. This is a declaration.
Okay, so now the thing is quite tense. So therefore, I don't know what is going to happen. Let us hope.
I think they are providing arms to Ukraine also, Russia also. I think they are providing some.
Maybe,
Uh,
maybe Ukraine. I don't know.
uh,
Maybe Ukraine.
But
They may
they showed
provide.
that they have provided nuclear facilities, nuclear technology to North Korea. North Korea developed their
Yes,
nuclear technology with the help of Pakistan, and they are supplying
yes,
their other countries also, and might be provide to
yes,
terrorist organizations.
yes. That is the problem, I mean, it's not a disciplined country. One has to be disciplined if you have such weapons like nuclear weapons. They are not toys, which you can distribute to everyone. So, therefore, something has to be
Because it
done
is
to
because
control.
yeah, yes, sir.
So, this is the problem now, and it is not quite serious.
Thank you, sir, for coming to this talk, and I
Thank
hope
you.
everyone who is watching there would understand the seriousness of this matter because
Yes,
India
it's a
never
very serious matter.
India has been a friendly nation to all the worlds and especially with Pakistan. There were people before Pakistan has attacked India 3 times, and before the first attack from Pakistan, the 1962 war, Indians and Pakistan could go from one place to another place. Even after division, there were incidents that people were coming from Pakistan to India watching watching a movie and going back to Pakistan. They are coming to this side or that side. But this whole situation is created by Pakistan, and Kashmir is not an issue at all. Kashmir is
Ah,
not the issue. Their issue is to rule the world. Their issue is whole India. Kashmir is just
hmm.
an image they are putting on. It's not an issue.
Gazwa-e-Hind.
Gazwa Hind means they will. It's not Gazwa Hind. It will be Gazwa world. Gazwa Hind
Ah,
means they
Gazwa.
wanted to capture whole India, but actually they wanted
Yes,
to
yes.
capture whole world.
This
That
is
is
what
the
they
world
want to do.
community must understand.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir, for
You
coming
are
to
right.
this show.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much to
much.
all the viewers for watching the
Okay.
video.
Thanks. Okay.